Spencer O'Leary, CEO of Active Ops North America. Spencer, you there?
I am here, yes.
Hey, there we go, buddy. So explain to everybody out there what career polygamy is.
Well, my understanding of career polygamy is those individuals who have decided that it's okay not to take two jobs at different times a day. There's many people in their careers that have done that. I've done that in my early career, had a job in the day and, worked in a bar in an evening. But this is about individuals who decide that it's okay to take two jobs during the same hours of the day. So working for an employer for 7, 8, or 9 hours, but not working for one. For some people, not even working for two, but trying to work for 3 and mix those jobs together and not tell each of the other employees that's what they're doing, kind of pull the wool over their eyes and get 2 jobs and get 2 salaries.
So what you're saying is you have people out there, employees out there, working for different employers, let's say 2 or 3, but the employers do not know. And with their one job, they might say, hey, my grandmother died, I need 2 weeks off. But in reality, it's because they've got to do something for their other job. So they're getting all these paychecks, making $200,000 to $600,000 a year, including bonuses and stock, but lying to everybody involved in order to get that, right?
Right, and I'm even hearing people who work from home. They have no remote management of either their inputs or outputs, so how many hours they work or how much work they get through. And they've got 3 laptops sat on their desk. They're even attending Zoom or Teams meetings and turning video off and blaming poor internet connections and switching between meetings, even all logged on at the same time to try and, as you say, demand huge salaries for doing 2 or 3 jobs and to be honest, probably doing 2 or 3 jobs not very well. It's hard enough doing one job well, I know that.
Right.
I'm sure you guys know that too, but trying to juggle 2 or 3 is impossible and it's not good.
And Spencer, I guess some of the companies or the bosses, they could be somewhat to blame here since so many businesses have decided that, hey, it's more profitable to have people working from home. We don't have overhead that we got to pay for rent, and hence these employees can pull this off.
And, one of the things we do is we help businesses, we help managers of businesses be good managers when they're having to manage remotely. And if it wasn't hard enough managing a team of people in 2019, most of the time I could probably see them every day, I could probably hear them every day. The manager of today doesn't have that luxury, and to manage from home is really hard. So it's why technology like ours at Active Ops exists. It's why people deploy this type of solution, so that you can equip remote managers, often managing remote employees, with the same sort of eyes and ears that they had when they were face-to-face in the office, even when they're managing people remotely from home. So take the saving of not having downtown real estate and not having people commute every day, but make sure you invest in the right technology to equip your managers to at least stand a chance of managing remote employees.
Talking to Spencer O'Leary right now, CEO of Active Ops North America. We're talking about career polygamy. So let me ask you this, Spencer. If the boss suspects an employee has a secret side hustle or hustles, is it okay for that boss to spy on that employee?
I think spying's wrong, whether that's spying generally or spying on your employees. I don't think it's needed, and I think a two-way arrangement between employee and employer, where the employee knows that there's certain things that are measured every day. I call them inputs and outputs. It's okay to measure how many hours somebody works and how much work they get to in that given amount of time. Most employees would want to know that they're doing a good day's work for a good day's pay. So make that a sort of a mutual arrangement between employee and employer. As soon as we start encroaching on that spy territory and we're monitoring employees and they don't perhaps know we're monitoring them, or we hear some things about spyware and taking secret pictures of people when they're working from home, not required, not appropriate, crosses the line of inappropriate management. If you've got the right technology to measure those inputs and outputs, I'd encourage any manager, any employer, any boss out there, just invest in the right technology. You won't need to spy on your employees, and you'll find this appropriate way of managing people.
Well, if you take a look at the numbers, though, 60% of companies with employees who work remotely are using monitoring software to track employee activity and productivity. And what they found, 53% are spending 3 or more hours per day on non-work activities. So these bosses are losing money because workers are doing other stuff other than their job.
They are, and one of the reasons that people come and talk to us at Active Ops is it's not just about the technology. You can equip anybody with any technology, but if you don't give them the skills and competencies to know what to do with the data that the technology provides. It doesn't make you a better manager. It just means that you've got more data every day. So make sure not only do you invest in the technology to equip people with the data, but invest in your managers. Each and every boss out there listening today, spend some time and spend some money investing in training and coaching for your managers so they know how to effectively manage remotely. Yes, you need to invest in technology to give them the data, but if you just give people data and they don't know what to do with it, it makes zero difference. So make sure you invest in both the technology and that training and coaching to equip the manager of today and tomorrow with the skills and competencies to be a good remote manager like they were a good face-to-face manager in 2019.
Spencer, if those said companies do not invest in the technology to kind of keep tabs on their employees, this is a situation that seems like it will never cease, correct?
Yeah, I think hybrid work or remote work, enabling people to work from home, that's here to stay. It's a real employee market out there at the moment, and those employees that decide to embrace it, they invest in the technology, they invest in the training and coaching for their managers to be able to manage that remote workforce. They're going to attract and retain good talent, and those employees or those employers that don't want to or can't invest in that technology and that training and coaching, their employees will vote with their feet and they'll go work for someone who can.
All right, Spencer, thanks so much for your time, buddy.
Thank you.